Look, welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Well, what should we talk about today? What kind of news came out today that would be of interest to anybody watching this channel? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I know. Okay. Again, the special counsel's office said nothing. The DOJ said nothing. Trump is the one that's blabbing out that on Sunday night, Jack Smith gave him a target letter, which means that he is the target of an investigation, specifically January 6th, and gave him a, quote, very short 4 days, unquote, to appear before a grand jury to testify, which would be, if we assume they're talking Sunday night, we're talking Thursday. So, looks like Jack Smith, I'm sorry if I'm enjoying this way too much, but I am. Forgive me. Forgive me my weakness as a human being. Also in the news is that apparently Jack Smith has now talked with, I think, attorney generals and such in all the like 7 battleground states where the fake electors were located. So the fake elector case, or the fake elector chapter of these cases, is also being thoroughly investigated. And I believe I saw some news on TikTok, and I haven't gone to verify this one yet, that the Michigan fake electors are being charged by the Michigan AG. So I'll probably do a video on that one. But this one is going to be dedicated to 45. How is he feeling now that he's received a target letter from Jack Smith for January 6th? For entertainment purposes only. It is funny, some of the Republican candidates were asked their opinion. Pence is being like melty vanilla ice cream, basically saying, I don't think he should be held accountable for crackpot lawyers telling him what to do. DeSantis basically said it's political and they would do, it's just the Democrats hating on members of the GOP. Chris Christie says, I want to read it, the indictment, but basically Trump's a crook. And, here we go. Hierophant. Cards upside down. Okay. So how's Trump feeling? Well, we got the Hierophant. We got the Department of Justice giving him a target letter. So that's what's on his mind. No, you can also think of January 6th also, because that's a government type event. Oh, good Lord! And the Justice card. Bam, bam. Two majors crossing each other. What's underneath the deck? 9 of Wands. Weariness. Like, he just got hammered on this, and he doesn't know what's coming next. I think this one came out of left field. Even his lawyers, as I read, were not expecting Trump to get a target letter like this and be indicted by Jack Smith so soon for the January 6th stuff. I mean, they're still trying to get their act together with the Mar-a-Lago documents case. Oh man, what a duo. Batman and Robin right here. This is Batman and Batman. He's going to get his butt kicked. In the past, we got the Page of Pentacles. I think this is Trump trying to offer up these lame excuses, this reasoning. It's like coming up, oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about Hillary's emails? Just stuff that could try and exonerate him or prevent this thing from coming. But it's rookie attempts with really small offers. Like, oh, I'm running for president. You can't indict me. That kind of stuff. Stuff that has no legal basis whatsoever. That's what he was offering. And it's done. Now, third major arcana in this reading. Now the fun really begins. Now we're going to find out. The F-O for F for find out. Where's the F-A for F around? Okay, yeah, Trump's about to begin a new journey. 9 of Pentacles. This has been following money, and this is following power. These are people of wealth and power that have been involved in this. They've been following that money. They've been interviewing folks in his the fake electors. Basically, what happened with the fake electors? How come they got in there? Looking at the Ginny Thomases of the world and what their involvements were. They've looked at basically all lieutenants. They've worked their way up, and now they're coming to the top of the food chain. That's what we got going on here. How apropos. The lesson to be learned is you did this to yourself. You chose this path. This is the path you chose. You could have walked away, accepted your defeat. You had grifted the living bejesus out of 4 years of being the president, but it wasn't enough for you. Your ego couldn't take it. You couldn't decouple yourself from, a half a dozen different schemes to defraud the people of the United States of their rightful election. You did this to yourself. You can't blame anybody but yourself, but he will blame everybody but himself. Outcome, 5 of Swords. That's not really good for Donald, because it's basically like, I got all this and I got a couple more waiting for you. What else you got, bro? This is basically for all the marbles here. Yeah, wow. I mean, I think basically what this is telling me is that Jack Smith has, this is like game, set, match. Trump knows it and Jack Smith knows it. Trump knows he's done. He is lost. Expect this. Expect the all-cap rage tweets to be going wild over the next few days as we get closer to Thursday, assuming that indictment, that grand jury testimony from him would be on Thursday. Okay, and then we get the 9 of Wands. Again, it's that weariness. This came out of nowhere. He was not ready for it, and they really got caught flat-footed. Article I read, I think it was in Reuters. I'll attach it with... I've seen 2 articles on this. Trump lawyers were caught flat-footed, so they started calling other people to see if they had been given target letters for this, trying to basically figure out, what does the special counsel know that the lawyers don't know because Trump won't tell them? And trying to figure out what's going on. Talk about uphill battle for those lawyers. I would say I feel bad for them, but I don't. They're in for a tough legal fight because they have a difficult client. They have an impossible case to defend, and they voluntarily went with it. So, good luck. Your life's about to be miserable, and you chose it. Well, this will be a long reading because there's so many questions to ask. Okay. Little chump. Sorry, that was a slip of the tongue. Will Donald Trump, not chump, could be chump, show up for the grand jury on Thursday? I was listening to Linda G and Mel on my drive home today, and they started talking about this, which is why when I got home, first thing I did was, I did a lot of things first, like take the dog out and gave him his cookies and his meds and stuff like that. But after I had done all those things, I checked the news to say, is that true? Did he really get a target letter? And he sure did. And they were speculating that he may not show up for his appointment on Thursday. So let's throw on that. Will Trump show up for his appointment in front of the grand jury on Thursday? Evaluating it. He's not decided yet. He's thinking about it. Thinking if he will. Thinking that he might not. I was going to do a four-quarter. I'll do a longer one. Oh, but he's having the 8 of tantrums. I think this is his lawyers telling him, you need to do this. And this is him having a tantrum saying he doesn't want to. And you can't make me. Oh, there we go. Hi, Jack. So we got Jack Smith in the past. This is Jack Smith's letter that came in on Sunday night telling him, hey, love to see you on Thursday. You could speak to the grand jury about this. And current situation, he doesn't want to go. He absolutely does not want to go. Doesn't want to go, doesn't want to go, and you can't make me. But here's the problem. His best defense to get himself out of this is to testify and fight off all of these challenges that answer these questions for the grand jury. If he doesn't answer them, it looks really, really bad. And this is his best defense he has at this point. Lover's card. Lesson to be learned is the Lover's card. I think Jack Smith's office has been trying to work with Trump and his team, and it hasn't been successful. Trump really has an ability to charm people, which is why testifying would be good, because it kind of plays to his strengths. But at the same time, in this case, he's got no answers, and he'll be under oath. So you can't lie, because that's perjury, which are more charges on this one. So he's kind of stuck. He's kind of stuck wanting to do it, but not wanting to do it. So all he'll do is cry and say how unfair it is. Outcome is 8 of Wands. Things changing quickly. Oh, over airwaves. Maybe Linda and Mel talked about this. No, it's not airflow. They talked about him wanting to zoom into it, like a Zoom call, with him on a big screen TV as opposed to actually showing up. That's how I would translate this. No, this would be airwaves type thing. He's going to try and negotiate him not actually having to be in the court. But he's at a crossroads. The court's at a crossroads. They may not allow that. They may not allow that. So here we go. Summing up, lawyers are telling him to do it. He's whining about it. He's got a choice to make. And the choices are bad and worse. Here's Jack Smith in the past. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to go. Going would actually probably be good for him, because then he could answer the charges. He doesn't want to, because he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't, and the jury will be looking at him, and so he'll try and figure out some way where he can exercise some control over the situation. This whole thing about if he tries to do it like remotely or something like that, it's simply because it's going to be for 2 reasons. One is that he doesn't want to have people see him sweat, because he might look weak if he's in there. If he's in a room with just a camera in there, the tension is way down for him. But if he's in the courtroom and you can feel all that energy, he's going to come across, flop sweat and just instantly irritable and stuff like that. So people will know he's scared and they'll see him for who he is. The other part, besides that, is that it gives him some control and say. And right now, he doesn't feel like he has any control or any say in it. And he's like a little kid. When he doesn't have say, he has bigger tantrums. And so he's going to try and do that so he feels like he has some control over the situation. You ever see those videos of the quote-unquote Karens in a courtroom trying to tell the judge how life is going to be, and it doesn't ever work out well for the Karens? It's going to be that kind of thing. Okay. He's going to try and do that. Will that be successful? I think it's a rookie try there. I think that's going to be a rookie try. That's, nice try, get your butt in here type of thing. You're not that special. You're not that busy. Kind of like when that one judge told Rudy Giuliani, you got a week, you can drive down, take an Uber if you can't fly. Okay. Wow, so much news. So much news. Okay, that's the January. Let's see. I asked how he's feeling right now. Asked if he'll show up. Okay, what's the vibe for him around? I want to ask about January 6th or the fake electors. Oh, he met with Gwen Stefani and Kevin McCarthy. Apparently, as the news reports saying they were talking strategy. And I think he's also reminding probably Kevin McCarthy and Gwen Stefanik that they have their jobs because of him. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I'm sure that came out there. And it's their job to show sufficient loyalty and save him from this. Do whatever they can to torpedo it. So it'll be really interesting to see what quotes, if any, come out of the Gwen Stefanik camp and McCarthy camp. But let's take a peek into that. What did Trump talk about with Stefanik and McCarthy? Again, for entertainment purposes only. And then we'll touch on Lindsey Graham, because who doesn't want to touch on Lindsey Graham? I'm sorry, I'm having way too much fun with this. They've been lying for so many freaking years. I'm going to be evil and snarky. I have earned the right to be evil and snarky. I can be nice and even-handed on other things, but right now, let me enjoy my humanity. We can all enjoy our humanity here. Again, for the Trump supporters, you've long since never watched this video anyways. You just tell me I'm a libtard who doesn't know what I'm talking about, but ha! Okay, what's he talk about with Stefanik and McCarthy? Save me! Hold on to it! Button down the hatches. You know, circle. This is like circle the wagons. Circle the wagons. You got to protect me. You got to protect. You know, come up with new ideas. Protect my money. Don't let me go to jail, type thing. Don't let me go to prison. This is him closing ranks with his supporters. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Also, look to see who he's reaching out to at this point, because that's going to tell you who he's telegraphing now who his big supporters are. Okay, so McCarthy and Stefanik are in Camp Trump here. Whether they want to be or not, he thinks they are, which is telegraphing to everybody else that he is. Cause havoc. He needs protection because things have gone crazy town with this. And I think he wants them to cause havoc. You know, stir up the base, get people riled up, expect Fox News to light up and an OAN and Newsmax to light up. Expect that, the usual suspects, the Jim Jordans, the Marjorie Taylor Greens, the Matt Getzes, the Carrie Lakes, the Louis Gomers, and all the people, the insurrectionists basically, are going to be screaming bloody murder, trying to say about how unfair this is and all that stuff. Okay. Things, again, are happening in the past. Things are happening quickly. This stuff, things changed on a dime. Folks weren't ready for it. And definitely Trump wasn't ready for it. And now they're in total reaction mode. Unhinged reaction mode. And he wants them to come up with a plan. It could be, this could be the sword of justice is coming down on him, but I think he also wants them to come up with a new plan to defend him against the sword of justice, to fight, grab up their own swords and fight. But I don't know what swords they're going to come up with. I mean, they've thrown out all this, deep state, corrupt Department of Justice, and nothing's really sticking. So I don't know what they can come up with on this one. They already call it a political witch hunt and stuff like that. But the sword of justice has arrived. And decisions need to be made. I think we're almost transitioning to the court case again here. And I think, oh, wow, this is it. This is it. We've come full circle. We're bringing a close to this chapter. With the sword of justice, the Trumpsters, again, they're trying to circle the wagons. Expect that we are now going to know who the Trumpsters were, and expect this is January 6th. Expect that the Trumpsters that were involved with this are also going to be pulled in. This has come full circle now. The net has been cast. Now that the target letter is out for Trump, it means they're going to get Trump, and they want to get the people right around him. So expect you're going to hear stuff about Rudy Giuliani, and you're going to hear stuff about Lindsey Graham, and John Eastman. People like this, Steve Bannon, These folks are coming in, and they're going to be hauled in. The Louis Gomers of the world, Ted Cruz, but who else? Josh Hawley. Anybody who was, what was that other guy that was speaking at the Capitol who said he had a bulletproof vest on? You know, these guys are doomed, and waiting for the ship to come in. They're expecting the indictments and the arrest warrants. They're expecting it. It really is game over. Or just about game over. If 4 wands had been, they've arrived, and it's all about Trump and all of Trump's dealings. Center, underneath, all about Trump, protecting Trump. Get the Civil War started because the Justice Department's here, and we've got a choice to make. And you can. It's you know what it is. This is too late. This card's telling me it's too late. You had the opportunity to flip and testify. You made your choice, and now the choice is going to be the World card. Justice is here. It's time to pay the piper, and you guys didn't leave. You kept dancing. I am going to enjoy this moment a lot. I'm predicting a trip to Mare Island Brewery is going to happen soon. If I have to go by myself, I will go by myself. Maybe I'll message Kim at a 2 and View and ask if Adam can come out and play. And then he and I can talk Batman and drink beer. As well as revel in the fact that Trump's been indicted again. God. Right, so he's talked with that. Oh, Lindsey. Lady Lindsey. Lindsey Graham is just, oh my God. What can you tell me about Lindsey Graham? I should do a different reading for Lindsey on this one. This is all about Trump. Oh, Lindsey. 4 cards on Lindsey. We'll make it a quick. We'll be merciful on Lindsey. 4 cards for Lindsey. Sword of Truth is over Lindsey. Hi, Lindsey. Lindsey, I think you had a... Maybe Lindsey has been spilling his guts. Let's see if the 2 of Coins comes up. Oh, betrayal. Lindsey, have you been talking to the government? Making your little plans, Lindsey? And it goes on. Okay. Department of Justice, rolling on. There's betrayal here, though. This is an interesting card. And plans. Do not be surprised if you find out that Lindsey has been working with the feds and giving them information. The entire time he's saying how it's unfair what's being done to Trump, he's been talking about it behind his back to the feds. I think Lindsey's been trying to do whatever he can to protect Lindsey from having to go to prison. What's this betrayal? Actually, let's go qualifiers. What's up with this betrayal card? There's the Republican Party. Betrayed the Republican Party. First, here's your immunity, offering on Trump and your immunity. Nightmare. We know Lindsey's been absolutely nightmarish with things. Yeah, they gave Lindsey a deal, and it wasn't a very good deal. And he could stick with the Republican Party, but the stress was too much, so he betrayed him. Yeah. For entertainment purposes only, I suspect Lindsey Graham provided details as to what was going on with the January 6th insurrection and such. God, I'm sure there's more questions I want to ask than I'm not forgetting because there's just so much stuff here. All right. How does this turn out? Should we ask how it turns out? Did I ask how this turns out? I don't think I asked how this turns out. How's this going to turn out for Trump? Let's see if we get a long-term read here, Spirit. How does this work out for Trump? God, I wonder how many indictments this is going to be. This is, he's already got 70-something, 71, 72 indictments on him. Is it going to take him to triple digits? It may not be that much. Okay, how's this going to work out for Trump? I read on one of the stories about Jack Smith wanting Trump not to run. I didn't see that though in the Reuters story, and Reuters is really good at reporting facts, so that other one could have been speculation. All right, how's this going to work out for Trump? How is this going to work out for Trump? Entertainment purposes only. Sitting there smug. Oh, he thinks it's going to go to the Supreme Court. He's not going to care because he thinks the Supreme Court's going to save his butt. Secrets, plans, and leaving. He's got contingency plans. Empress. Oh God. He's going to be panicking, but he's already come up with contingency plans, and I see in this reading I see 3 contingency plans. All right, I mean, doesn't everybody? Okay, so he's sitting here smug, like, yeah, fine. I got the Supreme Court behind me. I'll bring this case to the Supreme Court, and they'll rule in favor for me 6-3, and you won't be able to indict me or whatever. But this is the planning. This is the plans he has. So he's got secrets. This could be like blackmail on certain people to protect him. This could also be plans that we don't know about yet that Trump has to try and get himself out of problems. But again, I think I see the Supreme Court. So 1. And then he's got maybe some other secret plans, which would be 2. And then we've got, running away, maybe going overseas would be 3. And then we've got the Empress, which this would be, people that are helping him. So like when I look at the overseas, this could be, this could be going to Russia. This could be going to Saudi Arabia. This could be somebody else that's out there that's providing him assistance. This could be Judge Eileen Cannon, for instance, in the documents case. But I was asking about January 6th in particular. So I think he's got another. He thinks people are going to take care of him. How about that? We'll leave it at that. He thinks he's got people to take care of him. So I guess there's only 3. You've got secrets, you've got running away, you've got Supreme Court. So basically, he'll try and delay things. He'll try and get away with things. He'll try and, blackmail people. And he'll try and get this thing to the Supreme Court. So he's already got multiple paths that he thinks are going to save him. And plus, again, you've got the Empress underneath there. So he thinks there's going to be multiple people who are going to work to save him. He just can't face the reality that he's going to be held accountable. I guess, the death card didn't show up, so that would be the 4th one, right? Is you don't live long enough that you actually get in prison, incarcerated, or anything along those lines. What an afternoon this was. Okay, I'll do more readings as more details come up, but please enjoy the time that you've got with this one. It's so nice to see justice give another victory with this target letter. It's not an arrest, it's not an indictment, but it pretty much means it's imminent. So again, it's good news for people who like justice, who've been gaslit and just absolutely tormented by this person and their lousy behavior for the last 6 to 7 years. And finally, there's some accountability coming on here. And that accountability has a name, and his name is Jack Smith. All right. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for all the likes and the new subscribers that have come on. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're enjoying it. Thank you for all the shares and the comments that you give me. I have a great time reading them. Sometimes I run out of time, so you just maybe get a little heart. But the heart definitely means I've read what you have. And I do try to throw quick little comments in there too. But work's been busy, so I have to actually, work for a living. So I can't answer all of them as much as I would like. But you're in my hearts. Thank you very much, and have a great one. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.